You must have consideration for others. You must have a concern for others. You must do something for others to get rid of their problems. You must be always helpful. All these things are qualities of God. At the same time, you cannot do anything except by His belief. This is also from God. Always have some fear for God because unless His godliness in you comes to you as your inherent nature, you are not going to be helped by Him. You are not going to be protected by Him. We want His help. We want His protection. And your inner sense. Your inner that let all good be prevail all time to come. All the good comes only from Him. Reason why we arrive at this calculation, at this consideration, because whenever we are finding ourselves in difficult situation, we turn only to Him for our comfort and for our relief. The comfort and relief only is from Him, and what in this world is the disease, to contract an ailment, to suffer all my life with the impediment of the diseases. Those diseases are fetters to me. I cannot be living a free life, no freedom from disease. Some disease here and some disease there, always lurking deep inside of me as leeches is stick on to me, sucking my blood. Finally, I die of exhaustion from disease. God says to you, don't worry. That is the inner feeling. How? Why don't worry, I am with you. If you turn to me, I will deliver you the relief that you have given as a word only from me. It is not your word. Don't think that you want to get relieved of your diseases or problems. Mind. Mind you, I am speaking to you. You turn to me. Don't take my word as your word. Then you become God. This is where the problem is. So I am asking everyone, you do some work physically. When you do some work physically, is it the physical work that's important or our hands and legs and towards accomplishing a job, towards accomplishing your work? Mind is calculating first move, how to move. Mind is calculating how you behave and how you should get things done. Then the physical activity is coming. If you have a disease in your body, it is the body that has the disease, or it is the life force that's affected. Your pranam is affected, is affected, or your body is affected without that life force suffering in the first place. I am having my life force. I am energetic now. I am speaking to you energetically. If I am losing my strength, the life force, I will be haggard looking. I will not be attentive even in my own speech. I will be very much struggling to communicate with you. This is not what I want, is also I am feeling. I must be hale and hearty when I am communicating with the people. So my inner feeling is that I must be very acutely presenting myself before a public or a situation or any facing any eventualities. I must be very astute. I must be energetic. I must be dealing with the people in the way most as comfortably as possible. All these things are going in the mind. Then my physical activity is happening. Do we understand this? Without the mind commanding you, there is no physical activity. Between the mind and the physical activity, a life force is created. I want to do this when you say in the mind, a separate life force, an increase in the strength of the life force is created. What I can do, I can't do anything. The life force dwindles down. The life force becoming tired. I lose interest in the surroundings. I don't want to do anything. I retire to my bed, brooding. And this is the life force I have in my mind. That mind develops my life force. That mind generates my life force. The more enthusiastic I am, the better the life force. The more I am sobered down, the more I am saddened, the life force is decreasing. So also, my movements, everything is become lethargic. I become weary very soon. I don't want to do any work. Now, if you understand the life force is important, the life force is created or the life force is destroyed based on the mind's level of mind's level of its level of grit and grip upon what it wants to do. The enthusiasm, the mind creates the life force that you must understand. Between the life force and your external bodily action, that internal bodily parts are gearing up. There are internal body parts in me, from mouth to the anus, and all the digestive organs like liver, spleen, pancreas, kidney, and that paraphysiological organs are always there to grasp the power from the food and thereafter distributing it through the blood system into various internal and external organs. Without internal organs functioning, there's no energy to the external organs, no energy to the eyes, no energy to the ears, all the five senses will be shut down. How do you think now your body is functioning? Is pure physical action or is it based on the mental level of command? The command in the mind that gives you the power to start your physiological organs inside and then physical organs. From there, the energy is absorbed into physical activity. So this is the basic. If you want to do your physical activity, if you want to be physically healthy, physiological organs must be healthy. If you want that physiological organs to be healthy, your life force must be healthy. If you want that life force to be active, then your mind must be active. Your mind must have the courage, your mind must have the confidence, your mind must have the hope, your mind must have the belief. We have understood many parts of the belief. We have hope, we have confidence, we have belief, we have faith. Do we know all these things? What are these? That is the basic powerhouse which gives you the life force, creates the life force for you. I am saying I am confident. I am confident of doing things because I am trained to do so. I have only physical knowledge. And that physical knowledge, because I am trained in certain things. I know what I knew already, in which I have been trained already. But what I am waiting for is my future, unseen future. This confidence, this knowledge cannot cater to my future. So I am confident of doing in a trained way. That's all. The training is about the past, in which I am trained like an animal. I have only animal instincts, not a human level of thinking forward to the level of inventing an instrument, making my physical work a little easy and comfortable. I'm innovating certain things. It is not possible with confidence. Confidence, somebody has instituted into you something that will give you a booster to the future, and you can lessen your workload but bring out your produce in ample amounts. The benefits are in ample amounts. Your workload is less. That is the working capacity of the mind. That working capacity of mind, you are going to invent a new thing. You are not confident of doing certain things based on your training, hard training, and animalistic training. You have the confidence. You will do what you already knew, nothing more. This confidence we should not have. I am confident I can do my exams well because I have marked it up so well. I have trained in writing, imposition of all my knowledge, or whatever I wrote it up. I am able to write. I have trained myself in writing. I can get 100% of marks. No good at all. You can be a good servant to somebody else who has the originality of thinking. He has the innovative capacity. He can build an empire of business suitable to his own methodology, his mind level thinking. So that is different one. So don't become confident in your life because you are only taking your past training to the future. Future is not what you had experienced in past. The lowest grade of a human being's capacity is the courage. I know, I know. That's all. What you know? I know everything. I have been instituted. That's all. Then comes the hope. I want something in my future which my mind has not been trained into, which I have not got some knowledge about what I want to do in my future to ease myself out. I want my future to be comfortable. This is what I have the feeling. This feeling is given to you by God. You cannot be working as you're aging, but you should be luxuriously living as you're aging. You should not be suffering from disease as you're aging. And you should not be looking up to anyone for help or protection as you're aging. This is the input of godliness in you. God is speaking to you. This is what your future should be from this moment onwards. Have you got any means to do this? Definitely no. I don't have any means to do this. Then do you want it? Yes, I want it. Then go ahead with hope. I use my knowledge of the training from my past. And I am expecting something new will come my way as an input, uh, an additional input of knowledge by which I can rise, hopefully, half knowledge with courage and half with something may happen to me. Some new knowledge may come to me. I'm not sure, but I hope so. That hope so is the next development over the knowledge and over the confidence. Confidence is the lowest arrogant level. You come up with such an humility. I hope things will come my way. I hope. I do not know what I am doing, but I hopefully do. So I may be guided into whatever I am willing to acquire. This hope is welcomed by God. God welcomes this hope because there's some sort of humility that you accept you don't know something. When it comes to courage, you know everything. God despises you for the courage, but for the hope, I am opening myself to humility before the people, before the God. I think I am doing something. I hope the result should may be good. I will definitely say, God willing, if God's providence come to me, definitely I can be doing certain something great. I have something in my mind that asks me to do it. That is the guidance from God because of your humility. Because you are doing it now, it becomes your hands and your mind and your brain and your activity. It becomes a tool to imbibe His command and work in such orderliness. You are going to do create something new. You are innovating something new. You are inventing something new. All physical materials. It is a test by God how you behave when you are given out of nowhere a new knowledge, yet it is only physical. You are guided through your hands and your I can't do it. No, they are proud before God. God doesn't like them. You must know the intuition from inside the tuition is keeping your of knowledge. That confidence is making you making you and it's as an impediment to your further implement, making you fall back, and then you are in this post. You're edge of losing all your confidence. That's where the hope becomes a belief, minus confidence, minus knowledge, total humility. Oh God, guide me. Now the God's guidance comes to you. Your intent is unless God gives you the way, there's no way for you. Your understanding, your perception, God will somehow give me some inspiration as to what to do next. So I am believing in God, stepping above the hope, removing the confidence, and showing my utmost humility before God that He is working from inside. That's a soul. That's my source. I have lost all my resources, but I am only believing in this source, a fountainhead of all wisdom that is to be translated into knowledge when I am bringing something in the form of a machine, the form of instrument or gadget to the visibility of our naked eyes, that becomes a knowledge. This is how, from the unseen, an invention is developing as a knowledge. That unseen is a force from within, and the development of an instrument, a visible, tangible gadget to help you ease out from your physical strenuous job. This is how the inventions are developing. Once the inventions are developed from their own hands as material, that becomes knowledge. They become hearty now. They become hearty now. I invented. I need the patent. I want all the money. But before the invention developed from within, and it is made into an instrument by his design inside, by his design, not your design. So you're slowly guided into a new invention, or by his grace, you're innovating something on whatever already you had used. Definitely, in either way, by either knowledge that is wide open five senses, and the wisdom that will feed the five senses the new inventions. You will be seeking the help of God because God is always there with you, intuiting from Him an information to you that you are obliged to follow Him in whatever way He guides you so that your physical work tomorrow will be so beautiful. You will not be worried about your future. There's no stress to your mind because of your physical inability. What will happen tomorrow? I have to look forward to help from some of my family members. All these things will be lurking deep in the mind that causes me to lose my hope of tomorrow. And my confidence of my knowledge will not work for me because I lost my physical strength. Now my life is in severe stress and constraint. Here, the life force is reduced and my physiological organs are not functioning properly. So my physical ability has gone down. I am open for any infection. I am open for any assault from the invisible powers, evil powers around me. This is how I get into diseases. Even now, God is speaking to you, get rid of the disease. God is speaking to you, I am here to work for you. God is speaking to you, I am your helper. Seek help from me. When you believe in me, you are removing your confidence, your hope is strengthened because the confidence is removed, and your humility before Allah, before your God, makes Him be pleased with you, and He gives of His wisdom to you to move forward with whatever you wanted. All will come your way. Your health will be restored to the maximum ability until I capture your life at the age of 80 years or 90 years or 100 years. You'll be hale and hearty. And your mind is in such pure form. it has got its pristine ability. You will be doing whatever you want to do, and you will be always showing your gratefulness and show your thanks only to Allah, glorifying His name, O the most knowledgeable. He will give life to every creation before you. Once you become hearty because God given knowledge, from wisdom to knowledge, instead of praising Him, you praise yourself. You wanted patent for that, your that which is dead on your account because you boasted of some invention when He gave you a beautiful development for your life. All things will be falling at your feet with abject surrender, servicing you in servitude with full of life force because God brings out your life from the dead. You believe in this. The more and more you're comfortable without a disease, that means you are being into righteousness so that righteousness paves the way for you to imbibe only the right things. Hearing, I am receiving the right hearing. I am seeing the good things from my eyes, leaving the bad alone. I will not be finding fault with others. I won't be backbiting others, and I won't be head hearty about whatever progress I am making. Even as age advances, I am head and hearty. I will not be proud. I will be only glorifying my God. So you will not be becoming waxing proud before God, and you will be showing your utter humility before Him. Otherwise, you will be humiliated. That is the punishment we will have in humiliation. No response from my own people, my own relations, whenever I am calling for help. And no protection for you. You are wide open to any assault with your visible enemy or invisible microorganisms or unknown diseases forming inside of you. No protection for you. No doctor will help you, as happens now in Corona. I am inviting you to read chapter 7, verse number 40. Chapter 7, verse number 40. Surely those who reject our communications, the sign of God within me, that is the communication. That is the commandment from within me. You will not fall sick to any disease. You will not fall sick to any disease. You shall not fall sick to any disease. You believe. Don't rely upon your knowledge and don't have any confidence that my physique is so strong I will not get disease. Still you will die. In no time you will die. However strong your physical ability is, that is not a matter at all when God wants to test you. And then I have a disease within me and I am terribly run down. Now I turn to God only for good things. Save me, protect me. You should have asked from Him, give me the knowledge so that I can be humble before you. Give me the insight that I receive the knowledge only from you. It comes nowhere, and my knowledge guides me. That knowledge guides me because I believed in you for the goodness. You gave me the wisdom, and that became a hope, removing part of my confidence, or most of my confidence removed. I became a believer now, but for you, there is none to help me in my future life from this moment onwards. So God is so pleased with you, and He transforms the wisdom, the invisible wisdom, the abstract wisdom, inapparent one to an apparent knowledge, with with which He moves your hands, He moves your speeches, He makes your brain to concentrate on something, and your eyes can visualize the righteousness, the right thing, and the ears can listen to the right thing, and you are embarking upon a different world of righteousness, so that you receive only good things, and thereafter your life force is strengthened. No disease is going to be there. All glory be to God is what your final proclamation will be. Not that I have overcome, I have overcome my diseases. This should not be there. Whenever you are feeling head and hearty, even now, most of us are very much enjoying our freedom from diseases that other people are suffering. So you will be praising your God. All glory be to Him. This is the communication from beginning to end of our life. From the beginning of our life to the end of our life until we have captured His sign, His communication is there in every inspiration. Don't worry, get well. Get one about the other. From me only. I will make you knowledge, workable knowledge. I am going to guide you by my wisdom, and all your hands and legs and all your movement will be in my hold, will be taken up by me. I will guide everything so that you will not be finding any difficulty in working for other people, for you, and communicating with others. No time is bought for you. You will be a happily going person all the time, but not becoming head hearty. You will not be arrogant. You will say, all glory only be to Him. He is the most praiseworthy. I am only a servant before Him. Your status is elevated further. Surely, now we understand 740. Chapter 7, verse number 40. Those who reject our communications. What are the communications? Get well. Don't become proud. Be humble before me and before the people. Bow before the people when they bow before you. You will be the best exemplar before them because you are humble before me and I have given my wisdom to you and you are doing things which is impossible for others to do. And I am making you a model. Certain things I am revealing openly, certain things I am here hiding from you. You also do not know what's in store for you, what other beautiful things you have in you that you are imparting to others without even your knowledge. That is the grace that you are having in store. If only you don't show your arrogance before me. If you're so arrogant, whatever good thing you have in your life enjoying at this moment will be against you, will be turning into a havoc for you. It will be destroying you to decimation. You must fear me from becoming proud. Have a beautiful life, a life of paradisiacal life, a life of garden. Thus life has been delivered to you from me as a good communication. You want your future to be much brighter, lovelier, and beautiful than what you are enjoying today. My enjoyment on you is you become humble before me and prostrating to my order become humble, you be humble, bowing before the others. When they bow before you, you don't show your head high above their shoulders. That's very important. Surely those who reject our commands and turn away from them proudly, that is the goddess placed there. A very important word. Don't be haughty. Don't be proud. Don't show your arrogance. And don't scorn at me when I want you to be humble. Don't become proud. You don't look at me like I am your enemy. Because I want all the powers. I want all the worldly wealth. That's what you want. If you don't want to glorify me, if you want to show your thanks to me publicly, you are not at all praiseworthy while I am before you. Do you agree to this or you don't agree to this? This is what I'm going to ask. Suppose as most of the people, I, I am the greatest of all the people. In sin has developed all these things. I say all glory be to Him. Then all these things will be He has created this and that. There's no way to enjoy these things without this affecting me in the first place. I have developed this cell phone. I developed, and I say all glory be to the one who developed it. All glory be to the uh, Steve Jobs who developed this iPhone and all. Then this is not going to work for me. I say all glory be to him. Then this will work for me. This has got some life. The destructive force is removed. The easy way to utilize the things available here. Whenever I am having, I am finding I am having all valuable things, don't be proud. Give it away. Because Allah has in store much more than what you are having as your storages for your uh, pride. And that you show off so heartily before others. You stand tall above others. You are not bowing before the people who are middle class people who bow before you, but you show your head haughtiness. And your high handedness will be there instead of high mindedness. Forget how you had lived in this, everybody, the bed, the AC, the phone, the money I have must service me. It cannot destroy me. Say, all glory be to. I am humbling before my Lord. I am say all praise be to Him. If you fail to do this, whatever be the wealth you may have, like a camel, Allah says, if you want any benefit out of all the possessions, you may be a dinosaur like such is the greatness you may have almost all the possessions in you with you, and they are at your commands, they will perish you. You will not enter the garden at all. There is nothing at all given to you as the pleasures of this world, as long as you have the pleasurable things you have with you in your backyard, in your physical external organs. Mental, my mind is gone. All the three combined together, you are living in your health. You may be on the carpet, but the carpet will be burning for you. You may have comforts that will be a sheet of fire for you. Be not arrogant before Him. Humble yourself before Him. Say all praise be to God. Even if you are having a grain of rice, that will give you an energy even to upturn a mountain. So Allah is capable of anything. Allah is capable of destroying you. Don't become haughty. Don't become arrogant. Don't turn away from Him instead of falling before Him in abject surrender. So if you are to have that pride, vexing before God and belittling God and turning away from Him, the destruction for you has started. Mind wise, physiological wise, physical wise. You are doomed forever. If you want certain some relief from all these things, Allah says one example. If you want that relief, let you be a camel. Unless you pass through the eye of the needle, you are not going to get into the garden. There's no peace for you. There's no relief from your internal organs dysfunction, and there's no relief from the external organ suffering. All the three combined together here in this world, you will be facing the wrath of Allah, and that is the hell here. Your carpet will be burning hellfire, and your comforts will be burning bed sheets for you. Fear it. Read the ayats now. Surely those who reject our communications from them heartily, the doors of heaven shall not be open for them, nor shall enter the garden until the camel pass. There is no way that we will be suffering from this moment onwards if we had understood this. No doctor, no business. Business will come my way. I will not be chasing a business. Business will be done by my hands, but through the wisdom. It is so easy for me. It will not tire me out. If I use my knowledge and with confidence and with my training and with all my exemplary passages all this while because I got so much of knowledge about my business. I know the nook and corner of my trade tricks. I'll be doing anything. You will grow tired towards the evening. You must know you are getting tired, and whatever you earn during your tired feeling that is coming from an unknown direction of evil. When you are tired and doing your business and still earning, that's evil. Even day and night I am working, no tiredness at all. It is from me flowing. The energy is keeping flowing. That is the grace of Allah. It keeps flowing from me. Keeping on, I am doing my work without any tiredness. All the time glorifying Allah. That is the new life was brewing, being kindled in me. It is brewing up on its own like a fountain. I have no shortage of energy. I am not getting weary. Because all the time I am glorifying Allah. No disease at all. And every penny I am earning is going to service me. Every grain I am having as my food is going to service you. Heavens and the earth and every air I am inhaling is inspiring you. Every drop of water, it is quivering in me as a new lease of life, as if giving a new lease of life. This is what we need. This is the need of the hour. Our life is taking a U-turn now towards the glorious. All glory be to Him. From where I have come as a source, I am returning to the source, and I will be given the rebirth again and again and again. Every time I am getting up from a sleep, everything night changes into day. I am entering a new life until my death captures me. So this is how we are going to read 740. From this moment onwards, you recite. Bring your memory from the past to the present. All these days, whatever you have suffered, it is Allah who delivered you out of it. All those whom you think they are suffering, they will be relieved the moment you think, let them be relieved because you have concern for them. That is the quality of God. And it will be shown to you, God is with you. For others, God is with you for you. God is with you forever. Whoever are with you and with whomever you are in closeness, they will not suffer at all as long as you are there. You want this life or not? It is up to you. So I have given you one verse today and how to lead our life from this moment onwards. Whatever you have as questions for this moment, this is the prayer. This is the prayer. Oh God, remove my pride from me. Oh my God, remove that knowledge away from me. I will not be confident anymore. I will not be having hope, half filled with confidence, half filled with my own ability. I will remove all these things and I will fall before you in abject surrender so that you will be imparting me your wisdom and raise me as a believer. Any questions you have? This should be your prayer
Salam,
from this
Doctor.
moment onwards. Salam.
Salam, Doctor.
Salam.
All glory to God and praise be to the God. Can we instead say Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah?
If you know the meaning, okay.
Okay.
We don't know Arabic. Yeah.
I know the meaning of the verses.
You are the most pure. Subhanallah means you are the most pure. Purify me. Alhamdulillah means you are the most glorious. All praise be to you. There's no praise for me. Make me humble.
Yes.
If you say Subhanallah without meaning, there's no language. Why do you want Arabic?
Because I am more comfortable, in
But you don't know the meaning. Because you have been trained. You have simply writing it out without the meaning. You must understand what you are speaking to God. It's not a word of praise from you. He wants the heartfelt praise for. Yeah. Sajid, have you understood from me? Sajid, you understood? We don't know Arabic. Speak from your own language. Allah knows all the languages.
Okay, Doctor. I understood it. But there are some things God has said in the Quran itself, like Subhana Rabbul Arshil Azim.
He wants you to read and understand, give it some time to imbibe, and let it become your nature. after you have understood. And without understanding, without gaining depth into whatever is written as text, He doesn't want you to read it for the reading's sake. Allah wants you to understand and practice it in your life wholeheartedly. Unless you become naturally imbibed with the sense of whatever you read from the Quran verse, there's no way that you will be leading your life according to Quran in which way He wants you to guide yourself.
Okay. But like, that verse, La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minaz zalimin. When Yunus said this,
What's the meaning? What's the meaning? What's the meaning? Sajid, what is the meaning?
Criminals.
I want to be one of the bountiful in your measure. Which one you want?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I want to be one of the most bountiful from you.
Yes, this is good.
So unless you open up your mouth from your own language, there's no point in reading Arabic language. You understand it. 740 we understood. Okay. Now I am saying 740 we understood. What's the prayer now? From the first word, you see the prayer now. I teach you. Surely, oh God, I am not doubting you. Surely, okay. I'm praying to God. Oh God, I'm not doubting you. So surely the meaning, I'm taking it to my heart and then saying it to Him. And He says, surely, yes, God, I understood. There's no doubt about what I'm going to read. Can I answer Him like that?
Yes.
Yes. Next is those who reject. Let me not be one among those who reject, whom you are pointing out to Allah. Can I say that to Him?
Yes.
Yes. Our communications, you and I make ours. You and I make we. I want to be with you. I don't want to be with anyone. So I am with God. When God says we, God says I am with you. So we are together. So the most of the ayahs will come as we. Whoever reads Quran, the second person is Allah. So our communication means I am in company with Allah. Allah is closest to me because I am humble before Him. He takes me into His fold. Likewise, if you are with Allah, He takes you into His fold. And then our communication means between you and Him, there's a communication. You have a beautiful life ahead of you, a life of garden ahead of you. This is what Allah says to me as communication. Can you take it this way?
Yes.
Allah, I am listening to you. Speak to me more and more and more and more. This is how I communicate to Him with each and every word I am reading from Him. Make your communication be so beautiful and easy for me to understand. And I will not turn away from you at any point of time. And you save me from becoming haughty before you. I leave myself lock, stock, and barrel at your feet. There's no transaction between you and me. I'm everything. I'm giving you my life and property, and you guide me with your bounties. Can I say this now? Becoming humble before Him. Yes. Next. The doors of heavens may be open for me all the time. The doors of heavens shall not be open for them. Oh Allah, don't put me in that miserable state. Let there be open gardens for me. Heavens, the gate of heavens, let it be open for me. I am speaking to Allah like this. And nor shall they enter the garden until the camel passes through the eye of the needle. Don't put me in that straits. What a horrible test it could be. Absolutely, I will lose all my beliefs. All my hopes will be gone. Confidence will be shattered. I don't want to be in that position. Let me say from this test, oh Allah. Can I talk to Him?
Yes.
Now we are rewarding those who are leading their life with a beauty in my eyesight, not the guilty.
Okay.
So this is how you will read the verses. This is how you will read every single word of your words, whichever verse you read. God and you in oneness when you take up Quran.
Okay.
Have you understood how you read Quran now? So unless you read it in your language, you will come out with all these things, or simply utter it in Arabic and then
Hello,
close
doctor.
it. You will listen to Allah in your own language or in Arabic language. Do you hear me, Sajid? You will listen to every word that you are reading from Quran in your language from him or the Arabic language that's unknown to you, an alien language. Hello? You're off the line? Anybody has got question?
As of now, nobody else is having, sir.
Who is speaking?
Abhishek, sir.
Abhishek, okay. We'll wait for some time.
Okay.
I think Amir Ali is asking a question.
Yes.
Which is the most authentic translation so that they can understand?
The authentic translation is what Allah is going to give you when you seek from Him the revelation from whatever text verse you read from the book. You seek from Allah. Oh Allah, guide me through this ayat. Unless you reveal to me, none can reveal to me. What I am having is a translation, it is not Quran. What you reveal from the translation by your mercy, that is Quran. Otherwise, any translation, any gross translation is sufficient because you are not going to read and follow. You are going to involve in depth with the help of Allah. And He delivers the revelation most suitable to your context. That will be the real Quran. Quran means the revelation from the verse. For you, the same verse will give you the revelation according to your context. For me, a different context. The same verse 740, if there are 8 billion people, 8 billion contexts, 8 billion different levels of imparting a meaning to them so that they can be guided in their life contextually with the help of Allah. So any gross translation is okay. But remove the brackets while you are reading.
Vinod is having a question. So you can unmute Vinod.
Yeah, Vinod, go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Sir, in this particular 740, you were telling about a point that if we pray for others also, from that moment, that consent also will be, shared and the cure will start because God is Allah's with us.
Yeah. You're not alone, you're one race. If they are of your category, they are of the humble people, definitely your prayer will work for them. And that will be a telltale sign for them that Allah is always with you. So you can pray for yourself for whatever you want. He is ready to give you. From every angle, He will show you. Heavens and the earth will be listening to you. Together.
We need not go and tell them that we prayed for them, no, sir.
No. It is for your. It is for your belief. Allah is showing.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay.
Yes. Amir Idri has got the answer. Has Amir Ali got the answer? Which translation? Every translation is a human translation. Allah will deliver the revelation out of it. That is Quran.
Yes, Doctor.
So whoever, okay. Today I have given you an instance as to how to read Quran. All right. So this is how you read Quran. This is how to communicate when you are reading a verse. You communicate with Allah in this manner. Receive from Him every word and reply to Him in total submission to Him. And every word will be answered, gotten inside, understood, perceived, and then placing before Him in the way I have understood. Saifi, your 740 is clear for you because you have been asking for 3 days.
Yes, doctor. It clearly explains that there should be not even an iota of pride of any kind, neither from confidence or courage or
Hope.
belief in any knowledge.
Your hope.
Yeah.
Hope.
Yes.
Belief means
Yes.
without knowledge. I am believing.
Yes. We are because of him, and all that we can do is
he and me, he and you,
yeah.
he and everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. So all we have to do is be conscious of him, because he is carrying our life, and we cannot carry our life even for a single bit.
And one more thing, when you are reading, understand to a little extent or to a great extent, and then reply him or twice, as I have shown you how to read Quran. When it starts with surely, oh Allah, I am not doubting anymore. So like that, you answer him in the way you understood. Every word of the verse you answer him, then it becomes your life. Allah is always be with you. You will never be I anymore. You will be with we.
Yes.
Everybody is silent. That means everybody has understood, or they don't want to speak. Because today it is our Zoom. We have paid for it. And yesterday, yeah. It's a minimum period they had given, we had to talk. Now it is our time. That's why there was some debate.
Thanks, Dr. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, all glory be to him. So from this day, I will be talking to you on Friday, Sunday, and Monday. All right? 3 days in a week. Friday, Sunday, and Monday.
Okay, doctor.
From this day, okay? So today is Friday. We'll meet on Sunday and then Monday. 3 days in a week.
Okay, doctor.
Now, shall we say salam?
Salam, doctor.
Yes, doctor.
Okay.
It was very enlightening today. Thank you very much.
Who is this?
User here, doctor. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, salam, salam. Okay.
Salam.